Hi, are you good at following rules? I have a feeling you are very good at following rules, right? Well, maybe sometimes you might forget, or you might not follow the rule exactly the way you should, but I know you're trying, and I know you want to follow the rules very well, and it's important. Do you know why it's important to follow rules? Well, let's think about that. Do you think that rules are put into place to make you angry or upset or something like that? I don't think so. I think rules are put into place to keep us safe for the most part. Most of the time, that's why we have our rules, so you can stay safe. Like one rule would be, don't run out into the street, right? You don't want to do that, you'd get hurt. So there are different rules that we have at home. There might be different rules at someone else's house. There might be different rules at school, if you go to school. And so, yes, we should follow rules. I believe we should. But I wanted to tell you something about a rule that I think it's important for you to know that you don't have to keep this particular rule. What rule might that be? Well, if there's ever a rule sometime or someplace that tells you you cannot pray, what do you think you should do? Not pray? No, you can pray anytime you want to pray. You can pray anytime to God, to the Blessed Mother, to the saints, any single time. But then you might be thinking, well, how can I do that if there's a rule at school or someplace that tells me no prayers? What do you do then? What do you do if your heart is telling you, I want to ask God for help with something? I want to say thank you to God for something. And what do you do if you want to pray those prayers from your heart, but you know there's a rule that tells you you're not supposed to pray? Well, I believe that no one can tell you not to pray. Well, they can tell you not to pray, but no one can keep you from praying. Do you know what I mean? So, in other words, say you are someplace and you really want to pray. You want to ask God for help, but you can't say your prayer out loud because someone would hear you. So you can say the prayer so quietly, just from your heart. You don't have to use your lips to make the words come out. God hears your prayers. God hears the prayers of your heart, even when you don't say them. He knows your heart. He loves you so much, and you love Him, so you want to talk to Him. Praying is talking to God. It's like me talking to you now. It's a conversation. So you can talk to God anytime you want to. And that's what I wanted to tell you today. I wanted to tell you that even if there's a rule that says you cannot pray, you still can pray. You can still pray anytime you want to. And as much as you can pray to God, well, that's a very nice conversation, right? That's very nice to be able to talk to God anytime. Whenever you're feeling happy, whenever you're feeling sad, whenever you're feeling scared, whenever you're angry, whatever way you feel, it's so important that you can speak from your heart to God, who always hears your prayers. So I hope that maybe this has helped you to know that you can pray anytime you want to pray. Of course, you wouldn't ignore people around you or ignore things that you should do and just stop everything and just start praying. Prayer is always good anytime, but you also need to take care of the things that you need to do, right? Like if your mom or dad asks you to do a certain chore, or if it's time to eat or time to do homework or whatever it is, of course, you want to listen to those rules and do what you should do then. But if your heart is desiring to pray, your heart wants to pray, you want to thank God for something or ask for his help, you can always do that. Even if you're eating, even if you're reading a book, even if you're busy doing a chore, you can still talk to God. You can say, "Dear Lord, please help me. Help me to do this well." So always talk to God. He loves you and he's waiting to hear from you. And I hope we get to visit again sometime soon. But until then, I will say goodbye for now. Bye now.